slash room tour. It's the apartment tour, but 99% of what matters here is the room, so I don't really, the rest of the apartment is severely neglected, if I'm being honest. I want you to keep in mind when I say all these things and show you this, that the only thing that I was looking for when I got this apartment was this room. I did not give a shit about the rest of it. Did not matter to me whatsoever. Just this room. I took a couple of videos with my phone during the day so you could see better in those rooms and whatnot, because there's no actual rigged up lighting in the bedroom. So I had to wait for the sunlight and whatnot, and so I'm just gonna talk over those few recordings for these other rooms, and then cool room. Wow. So this is where you walk in. There's the bathroom. Nothing special about that. Not even gonna put any attention onto it. This is technically the bedroom. Now, as you can see, this is just where I store stuff. That is a lot of Diet Coke stuff there. Those are all empty. I want to clarify. Those are empty, which isn't really any better than them being full. This is where I kind of just store boxes. Those are like PC part boxes. I store my laundry in here. I don't want a dresser because I do not want extra stuff that I have to move out of here with help from other people. I like being able to do it all myself, at least for the most part. I already have more furniture here than I want, if I'm being honest. So I kind of just sort things into bins, and it kind of just works out. That's just, typical boy stuff, I guess, being like totally low maintenance. I have extra yoga balls in there just for the vibes. I ordered like 3 of them on Amazon because I thought they looked cool with the colors, and I thought they would look cool in a room in the background, and I wasn't sure if they'd fit in my background in the main living room or whatever. So this is kind of just where I keep all my clutter and things like that, I guess. Here's a video kind of showing just how big I don't know if it matters, but kind of just like a size comparison. I don't know, I kind of just figured I would so I'd have more time to talk about something. It kind of makes me look tall at this angle. I'm not even that tall, I'm only 6 foot. But yeah, so that's this room. Kind of boring, literally just a storage room, exactly as I had planned it. Couldn't love it anymore. Now leaving that room, back past the front door, I walk past these shelves of cool stuff that I have. Here's the kitchen. Very small kitchen, very simple, straightforward. There's an air fryer and oven. There's my workspace. There's a microwave. Nothing too special in here. Random snack cabinet. Good stuff in there. This is inside of my freezer. There's some pizzas and pizza rolls. Good video stuff in there. The fridge part's a bit more of a mess. Diet Coke, ketchup, pepperoni, cheese, more Diet Coke, more cheese, pretzel bread, nothing too crazy. Chip cabinet specifically, just a fuck ton of chips and dish soap. Again, very minimalist in terms of anything that is not in this room. I did not really care. Now, the kitchen is a little bit small, smaller than I thought it would be. Gets a little cluttered in that one little workspace area trying to do stuff sometimes. If I have anything there at all, it just gets in the way, but it works. What do I care? I'm not a supreme cook or anything, Figured I'd show these shelves here real quick. Just a bunch of little knick-knack type of stuff that I have. Some cool pillows down there that my parents got me. There's a Negan bat, a lot of Flamingo stuff, Sonic stuff, little Bitmoji, Pop Funkos, whatever you call them. Those things are all pretty cool. That one Diet Coke bottle has my name on the back of it. It's a little glass one of a signed NFCD Aldi bag. That shelf was pretty cool, cheap little shelf, just had to throw it together. I had just a bunch of stuff that I needed to, put onto a shelf. The shelf next to it's got a couple more of these things. A lot of stuff that my grandma and grandpa got me, a lot of stuff that's like storage. There's an ancient PS4 right there, like day one PS4. On the top of the shelf, those are little Diet Coke bottles that came from Disney World. Signed UFC gloves, signed by Yuri Prochka, that's fire. That mushroom thing I gave to my grandpa when he was on his way out. Dice that say fuck yeah on it. A capture card that I'm probably never ever gonna bother learning how to use. Just a lot of cute little gimmicky stuff, I guess. And then once you walk out of the kitchen, you walk over back toward where the front door is here, and then the living room is all right here, which is all filmed by this camera right here. And that is what leads us to right here. Now as I have learned these last few days, when you dig around with these little Logitech cameras like this, the quality of the video is not usually too immaculate with the lighting like this and whatnot. But I'm hoping this at least conveys the vibe that I try to objectively quite expensive when you buy it all at once, and it's objectively considered a quote-unquote like expensive luxury when like you don't need it, and it's like nobody on the planet needs this kind of stuff, like this much of it. So like when they see it, they're like, well, that guy doesn't need that stuff, he's got all the money. But like it's like all part of like my daily enjoyment, and it's not like I got this all at once. It kind of grew over time, and then some things I would like repurpose and whatnot. Hold on, I'm gonna try to plug this thing in real quick without like stretching the microphone too far and disconnecting it. A little firework light back there. So I guess I'll kind of explain how this kind of started. That PC right down there on the right is the first PC that I got right when the pandemic started. Then I had two little like TVs, little tiny TVs, like I don't know how many inches that would be, but like tiny old TVs were my monitors. Very low quality and whatever. And then this monitor on the left is a real monitor, like 144 hertz. My mom got me for Christmas that year. So that was my main monitor up until about a month ago. And then I had, let me think, I had used one of those tiny TVs as a second monitor for quite a while. Then I got one of, so you see these three right here, like boom, and then the green and the red one on the side here. Those are all just like 100 hertz, $100 or whatever. And then this TV right here on the left with the Arc Raiders day countdown, with the Arc Raiders countdown timer. That was a gift from my parents for when I went to college. So, I mean, obviously this stuff is expensive, but I did not actually have to pay. Like, I did pay for a lot of this stuff, but you know, that's one thing that I didn't pay for. So my setup used to consist of this monitor on the left, this monitor on top, or one of those monitors, and the TV. So it was a PC with three monitors. Then that PC started getting old, and I got a second one, which is actually right there. You can kind of see like the graphics card making colors. That computer is shy and doesn't like to turn the fan colors on, which kind of sucks. And so I got that one, and then I think I got that TV on the right to go with it over there. It's like the same size as the one on the left. It's like, it was on sale for like $250 or something at Best Buy when I got it. It was like a Black Friday thing. So, you know, that's a TV half off right there. And then maybe I had 5 screens going at that time. I would have the monitor on the left, a monitor and a monitor on the new PC, and then I would have TV on the left, TV on the right on the old PC to watch stuff and not, you know, kill the lifetime of my second PC. That second PC started having a lot of problems. And if I wanted to do like video stuff, content stuff, whatever, I had to get a new one. That thing was gonna drive me fucking insane. So about a month ago, I got this new PC on the left over here, brand new. It's been working like a charm for the most part. I got this new monitor here, 280 hertz. Not, it's a little bit bigger, a little bit of a curve. I had a different one, and it kind of killed itself on me, and so I had to go and swap it out and got a new one. Whole big debacle. But yeah, so now and then, you know, light bars everywhere. There's a light bar back here, there's a light bar on the left, there's 2 light bars over there, one under the TV, one on the floor. That light next to my PC on the floor, my sister got me, pretty cool. Flamingo over there, hot dog over there, why not? Firework light looks pretty cool. These sound panels do literally nothing because they're against blinds. This is all a sliding glass door that I cannot access because I have a table here. Yeah, this is kind of just where I spend my time. A lot of people like to call it, you know, like ultimate gooner cave or whatever. They're always like, you know, how high is your electric bill or whatever. I don't actually keep these on all that often, especially the big TVs on the middle one and the right one. Oh yeah, also the middle TV it's like 10-year-old, 75-inch or something like that. It was my grandpa's in his basement before he passed away. And, you know, I actually was able to convince him. He used to have, you know, like a smaller normal TV, kind of like around the size of the one on the left or the right here, but like more of a boxier TV back in the day. And I was actually able to convince him, once he got this middle TV, like 10 years ago, I was able to convince him to hook up that TV to his PlayStation and hook up the boxier, smaller TV to just cable so he could play GTA while he, watched sports or old movies or whatever. I was able to actually put him onto the, you know, multi multi-screen meta in his 70s, which I thought was really cool. I'm really glad he enjoyed doing that. He had a really cool basement. That guy loved his GTA, man. That he literally was, in it throughout his entire 70s, playing GTA 5 non-stop on a 75-inch TV. Absolute fucking baller he was, man. Seriously. So usually I don't keep those on. The middle TV and the right TV usually stay off unless I'm like recording something and the camera's over here and I want them in the background. The middle PC down there is controlling this monitor and that TV. So 3 screens on that PC. I usually keep this on sometimes. I actually only just put that green one up there the other day. That one usually stays on like when I'm sleeping or something, kind of depending what I want to watch or if I want background noise when I'm sleeping. And then the left PC controls the left monitor, middle monitor, top monitor, and that's where I do all my videos and all my other stuff. And I guess I can run through like prices on stuff real quick just because people are going to ask. Or they're going to at least think about it. I don't think anybody's going to ask. I don't think anybody wants to care that much. White PC here on the right, the first one I ever got right here, $1,500. Black PC back there was about $2,000, 2.5 or 3 years ago. That PC over there was about $2,000, not including like warranties and stuff. Middle monitor here was about $149. That monitor on the left was a gift. I don't know. This monitor, and that one up top were probably about $100 each, so that's another $300. These 2 TVs on the left here were gifts, I guess, so I didn't have to pay for those. And the TV on the right with the blue campfire was like $250. And then obviously this is like all in like a massive living room apartment. And maybe you're sick of looking at this, I don't know. Wow, the colors are all gone now. Wow, let me turn this light on real quick. I sit on floor. So you can kind of see, like, this couch kind of has all my hoodies on it because I keep taking the hoodies on and off to do videos and whatnot. So that's like kind of where I store them. Usually the spot that I'm sitting in right here, like right here, is where I keep this piece of furniture, this couch. I move it over and that's where I'll sleep. I used to have this ottoman that's under my table right now in the spot where this couch piece was, and it would make like a nice little 4-piece couch bed party thing. But then I took to put that one green monitor up there, I took the thing that I used to put my feet on and I put it on the table so I could elevate the monitor, and I put the ottoman under my table here, so that works. Yoga ball right here that I sit on to make videos because my chair back there is way too creaky for ASMR videos. There's a fan back there. There's like the door to the place. There's a painting over there on the right that my grandma made. That's kind of it. Before last month was a time when I started to keep these 2 on a little bit more because I had them on in the background while I was doing stuff. And the months before that, I didn't really do that much. Didn't usually keep more than 1 or 2 PC on at a time. And then last month, I just paid my electric bill and it went up by like $15 to like $90 or something. Just because of that, because I was like staying up all night, not using electricity during peak hours and whatnot, and I was using a lot more electricity. But overall, kind of worth it, kind of all, Again, I'm not materialistic. I don't have anything in this world that I really care about other than my room, so might as well make the room fucking insane or something. I don't know. When I got this place, I wanted to make arguably like a studio for myself. My actual plan was to take that white PC and put it in that other room in the bedroom that I used for storage, and I was going to use that and make that like an ASMR station. And then I like quit doing the ASMR and didn't want to do it anymore, and so I didn't do that, and I committed to this style of setup instead. And this is kind of just how it ended up. And now I'm doing the videos again without that, and I'm kind of cool with it because it's working, so I don't care. Okay, no more talking. Too much wasting your time. Thank you, and goodbye.